News coverage of the Razorbacks is sponsored by DraftKings.
Well, we are taking a live look in San Jose where the Razorbacks are getting ready to take the court tomorrow in the Sweet 16. Of course, there are a lot of excited fans. Alex Stewart and Bo Russell are in Jose following all the action at the SAP Center. Alex is joining us now. Hey, Alex.
Hey Morgan, from the Hog Hill to the Shark Tank, the Razorbacks are back in the Sweet 16 for the second year in a row. Of course, their path here went through Hawaii in round 1 and then through High Point in the round of 32 in what turned out to be a nail-biting finish. But you know what? It doesn't matter how you get it done as long as you get it done to keep that dance going. And now the Arkansas Razorbacks find themselves in San Jose, California, which mirrors their trip to the Sweet 16 last year. It was about an hour and 15 minutes up the road from here in San Francisco when they took on Texas Tech last year. Of course, we know how that one shook out, but we don't have to talk about that. That's in the past, and we're all about what can you do for me lately, and that is a matchup with the Arizona Wildcats, the top-seeded Arizona Wildcats for that matter. That is what is ahead of the Arkansas Razorbacks. That game is tomorrow. Now, Arizona comes into this one with a 7.5-point advantage, if you ask the odds makers out in Vegas, but we know those don't mean anything when it comes to Arkansas basketball. As for what the Wildcats have done this season, well, they've only lost 2 games. So how did they get here? Well, in the first round, they had to beat Long Island, fins up, and then in the second round, well, they had to get through a team whose name is escaping me at the moment because I'm trying to just make this up on the fly and talk about it. They went through Utah State, the Aggies. That is correct. My bad, Aggies fans. You know I love you. My grandparents are from Utah, but they got through Utah State to get here, and now it is 4-seed Arkansas against 1-seed Arizona. And the Wildcats are big, they're physical, they like to get to the foul line, which could cause some problems for Arkansas because the fact of the matter is they are shallow in depth. Coach Cal has said that all throughout the season. So 1 or 2 players get into trouble, Arkansas, well, it might be a long night for them, but they have shown time and time again their ability to play against the best teams in this country, and hopefully this time they'll come out on top. Now today, no game, as I said. That's going to be reserved for practice, the SAP Center. So we're going to bring you all the highlights from practice. We're going to bring you reaction from Cal. We're going to bring you reaction from the players. That's coming all day today your way. So by the time tip-off rolls around, you are set and ready for the Razorbacks and the Arizona Wildcats. We got plenty of work to do, so I got to sign off for now. So from San Jose and the SAP Center, I'm Alex Stewart, 5 News Sports.
All right, thank you, Alex. And as he mentioned, we'll have lots of coverage leading up. A special Chasing a Championship pregame show with Bo and Alex will be right here on Channel 5 at 5:30 tomorrow night. And that will also be streaming over on 5 News Plus. Well, passengers at XNA may have an easier time with direct flights to larger markets like Austin or San Francisco. The Northwest Arkansas Airport is now offering all airlines an incentive that could total more than $800,000 to start new nonstop service to those high-demand destinations. Airline leaders say it's a great way to connect the region to major travel hubs all around the country.
With these additional destinations, this just makes Northwest Arkansas and XNA that much more connected, and it is huge for talent attraction, talent retention, whether it's leisure or business travel.
The program is accepted by airlines. Travelers could see shorter travel times and 8 additional nonstop destinations. With it being spring break week and with gas prices on the rise, inflation prices, many are looking into staycations. And Arkansas is a great place to live if you want to stick around and save some money. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach shares more about what the natural state has to offer.
Well, this spring break, maybe you are jetting off somewhere tropical and warm, or you're hitting the road for a trip. But if you are staying in Arkansas for this week, there are plenty of activities that you can do in your own backyard. State parks are encouraging staycations. Arkansas has 52 state parks, and park leaders say most communities have one within 60 miles. Hobbs State Park, as well as many others in the state, offer hiking, biking, camping, and bird watching. While many Arkansans may look to travel out of state, there's plenty of beauty to experience right here while also saving money. Tourism leaders say Northwest Arkansas has grown significantly over the last 5 years, becoming a destination for visitors from across the country. And they say people who live here can take advantage of those same outdoor spaces.
Tourism is the second largest industry in the state of Arkansas. We become a full-fledged destination statewide, and certainly as much as that here in Northwest Arkansas. And tourism in Northwest Arkansas has grown. It's a very important economic driver, very important part of our economy. It helps community development, provides a lot of jobs and a lot of recreational opportunities for our residents as well as for our visitors.
Now, Shaw says peak tourism season in Arkansas is in March through November during the warmer months. To find the closest state park to you, you can visit our website, 5newsonline.com. Well, voting is underway for runoff elections in Arkansas. We're taking a look at some of those races. In Madison County, the judges and sheriff's races are in a runoff. Johnson County has a runoff in the sheriff's race as well. In House District 46, covering parts of Johnson, Logan, Sebastian, and Franklin counties, a single vote separated two of the four candidates in the primary. They are now squaring off in a runoff election. In District 52, covering parts of Sebastian, Scott, and Yell counties, also has a runoff. A longtime Arkansas State Representative Stan Berry has died. He was 71 years old and represented District 44 north of Russellville. He was in his 7th term in the Arkansas House. We'll let you know when we learn more about funeral arrangements. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was among leaders reacting to the news of Representative Berry's passing, saying in part that her condolences are with his wife, his children and grandchildren, and all his neighbors and friends. Well, Sebastian County leaders have now named an interim sheriff to fill the gap until the newly elected sheriff begins his term in January. That's starting next week. Sheriff Captain Mike Conger will step into the role April 1st. He'll take over as Hobie Runyon leaves office at the end of this month. He will serve through the end of the year. Well, residents at a luxury apartment complex in Rogers say they're on edge after the owners filed for bankruptcy. They tell 5 News they were recently warned by Rogers Water Utility Service that the service could be shut off. Tenants say a notice was posted to their doors but was later removed. Rogers Water Utilities declined to release details about the account, citing customer privacy protections. Residents say they're paying for utilities, but ongoing communication issues have them questioning how their rent is being used.
It's very upsetting. I mean, like, we're trusting them to use our money wisely, obviously to go towards what we're paying for. Where is the money going?
Come as court filings show Lurin Investments was sued by its lender over a $40 million loan, which sought to force a sale of the company's properties. The bankruptcy case is ongoing and attempts to reach the company for comment have gone unanswered.